Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Conscious Relationship 101 class, otherwise known as Relationship as Spiritual Practice. I'm really glad you're here. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I think we're going to have a lot of fun together. I think we're going to see and explore some really interesting things. And I think we're going to have an experience of community and practicing together that I've just really been looking forward to. I really appreciate and I respect and I admire your willingness to be here and to do practice in this way. So thank you again for being here and for being willing to do this class with me. Okay, so the purpose of this video, I'll try to keep it short, is just to give an outline of the class and to talk to you about how to participate in the class. So here's how it's going to work. So we're going to go for 6 weeks. And there'll be an assignment, an official assignment, given every Friday of each of the weeks. In between the assignments, the official assignments, I'll do some other things. I'll do some extra credit assignments and stuff for folks who are, up to speed and want some more to practice with. And I'm doing it in this way because I just recognize that people have busy lives, and some people have more time and energy that they can commit to this, and some people have less. And so I want to set it up so that there is a thread that people can follow, and if they just do the 6 main assignments, then they will follow an arc that will be like the guts of the class, and then the extra credit stuff will be add-ons, and so that way it gives some flexibility for folks to participate at whatever level that they're able to. So a class will go out on Friday. And the way that will work is the classes will, as far as I envision right now, they'll all come out in video form like this. And in the video I will do a guided imagery perhaps. I'll give you a written assignment to do, or both. Sometimes the assignment will be just one thing. Sometimes there'll be different parts to the assignment. But however the assignment is, I'll explain it to you, of course, as in the video, as I give the assignment, so that you understand exactly what you're doing, what's expected. And then what your job is to receive the assignment. I'll send them out via email, and also they will be in the class itself. And I'll tell you a little bit about the actual technical format of the class in a moment. So your job is to receive the email and the class assignment that's in the email. And then at whatever point you're able to, then to do the assignment. I'm expecting it to take, by the time you watch the video, do some journaling, and write in a response, maybe an hour. Sometimes less, maybe sometimes a little bit more, but maybe an hour to do each assignment efficiently. And just so you know, I do look at the participation part as part of the assignment. So the way it works is you'll do the actual assignment in the video. Very likely I'll ask you to do some more journaling. You might sit with it a little bit, and then whenever you're ready, then you'll write a response to the assignment and put it in the class format, which I'll describe in just a minute. And the response that you write will be really whatever you want to say about the experience of the assignment. So you could report in on what you saw, what you noticed, what insights you had. You could ask questions if there are things that were not clear to you, like that. So it's really kind of whatever most interested you about that assignment is what you'll put in your response. And that response will go into a public feed that everyone will see. And then I will be monitoring that feed daily, and I'll be responding to your assignment responses in the class. And I'll explain more technically how we'll do that in just a moment, but each person will be posting in the public feed, and I'll be responding to each post. And then, so part of the way the class will work is doing the assignments and posting them. And part of it will be reading other people's assignments and my responses. That way, everyone is sharing their experiences and we're teaching each other. And I'm facilitating that process and also throwing in stuff just from my experience over time with these things. So the participation part of the class is a big part of it. And so and the reason I'm emphasizing this is because last time some folks got the idea that, well, they could just participate in the class by watching the video and maybe somewhat doing the assignment, but not posting their responses to the class. But to me, that's not what I'm hoping for. What I'm hoping for is that people will do the assignment thoroughly, and then post a good response into the class that then I can comment on and that everybody can learn from. Okay? Don't let conditioned mind talk you out of the participation part. I heard from people last time they were getting information from conditioned mind about stuff like, the usual conditioned mind stuff like, who do you think you are? You don't have anything good to say. Your insights are not as good as other people's, stuff like that. If you're hearing any of that, don't listen. Just know that a part of what we're doing here, even though we're talking about relationships, a part of what we're doing here is we are working with conditioned mind and getting past conditioned mind to a place of freedom. And so if conditioned mind comes up and is attempting to interfere with your participation in the class, in this way or in any other, if it, for example, is talking you out completely out of participating, don't let it. Don't let it do that. Don't let it take this away from you. Okay? Okay, so anyway, so you'll watch the video that contains the assignment. You'll post the responses, and then to whatever extent you have the time and the willingness, I hope that you will consider reading through the responses that are happening with other people and the conversation that's happening there. I will be responding, as I said, to everyone, and so it's much like the groups that we do on Thursdays and Sundays. It's really, really useful to hear other people processing, to watch other people doing practice, to hear the conversation that's involved there. It's a way of deepening our experience, getting other points of view and that sort of thing. So that's the basic format of the class. So again, the main assignments will come out on Friday. The extra credit assignments will come out whenever that I throw them in, whenever it seems useful. I'll do one, usually maybe two of those even a week, we'll see. And so if you're someone who have completed the main assignments in the class, you want some more, then you can jump into the extra credit assignments to deepen your experience of the class. This class, like everything in life, is set up such that the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. That's just how it is. And so I would encourage you, just as much as you're willing, to be involved, be reading the responses. You can even comment on other people's responses. I'll talk about that in a moment, and so on, to fully immerse yourself in this practice opportunity with the class. And so we'll be learning about how to have conscious relationships, and then we'll be learning in general, as we do with everything that happens in practice, how to be present, how to be free of conditioned mind, how to be in a place of authenticity and the peace and well-being and love and generosity and everything that goes with that. Okay? Okay, in terms of the technical part, so I'm going to use a different platform this time. We're going to be using Google Classrooms instead of the platform we used last time. I like the old platform, but I think this one is going to be simpler actually and easier to use. I included, when I send out this video, there will be an email that goes with it, of course, and there'll be a link in that email to the class. All you have to do is click on that link and it should take you straight to the class. Once you're in the class, what you'll see is there's two places to go. There's something, I think they call it the feed. I think that's what they call it, or something like that. The place, there's a place where there is where our main conversation will be, which will be a series of posts with comments. And then there's a tab that says, I think it's called Classroom or Classwork maybe. Under that tab, you'll find the assignments. So on this Friday, when I do make the first assignment, I will post it in the place where the assignments go, which is under Classroom or Classwork. And then you'll do the assignment. And then when you come to post it, this is the one, what I'm about to say is the one place that might be a little bit confusing. This was confusing last time. I want to try to make this really clear at the beginning if I can. When you go to post your response to the assignment, don't post it with the assignment. Post it in the general feed. That way everybody's responses will be in the same place. And it'll be really obvious where the general feed is and where the classroom stuff is, I think. There's 4 tabs on the top, and 2 of the 4 tabs are the main feed and the classwork or the classroom tab. So you'll go to just to say it again in a different way, you'll go to the assignment, you'll get the assignment, you'll listen to the video, or you can just you'll get this exact same thing in an email when I put it out. And then you go to Google Classroom, you go to the general feed, you start a new post, and you write your response in that post. So everybody will have their own post. Every time you do an assignment, you'll post your own post in response to that assignment. It's handy to put what assignment you're working at the top so people can kind of filter if you're just working on assignment 2 and you just want to see other people's responses to assignment 2, that way you can scroll down and you can see other people's responses to assignment 2. So that's helpful if you want to do that. But you'll just put your response in a new post, and then I will come along and I will respond, make a comment to that post. Okay? I hope that's clear. If that's not clear, feel free to email me if you have any questions, and I'll clarify it further. The other thing that's possible is that you can comment on other people's posts. And I will tell you in a moment how to do that. Before I do, I want to talk with you about some just general guidelines for the class. Very simple, but these are things that are necessary for us in order just to preserve the integrity of the class and the environment of the class, and to make sure that we are creating a safe space for everyone to practice within the class. The main thing is to speak only in terms of your own experience. Okay, and what I mean by that is basically don't talk about other people and their experience. So let's say somebody has posted something about anything it might be, some kind of way that they're dishonest in their communication in relationships, let's say. And let's say you notice you do that too. Like there's this kind of knee-jerk sort of impulse to hide things from your partner or from your friend or whoever you're communicating with. And that's interesting to you because you are dealing with the same issue that they are, and you can really relate to what they are talking about. If you would like to comment on that, you would be welcome. But when you comment on that, what I would ask you to do is not talk about the person's experience, the person and their experience. Talk about your experience of it. So you would talk about your experience of how that is for you, that you struggle sometimes to be honest in the communication because you're afraid of what might happen, or you're afraid of losing something, or whatever it might be. Okay? The place that you can post that comment is right with the original post. So let's say person X has made a post in response to assignment 2. I've commented on it, and then you come along, you're like, wow, that's really interesting. I want to comment on that too. You might want to comment on what they said. You might want to comment on what I said. So then right there, you can add an additional comment within that particular post. And I will see that, and I probably will respond to that too. So we can actually have little conversations, little kind of mini conversations within each post. The main thing is that each time you make a new response to an assignment, you start a new post. Okay? The whole thing's a bit difficult to describe in words. Once you get in there and see just play around with it and see what I'm talking about, I think it'll be really clear. Okay? So one guideline was to speak in terms of your own experience, much along the same lines. Please don't give advice. Please don't use shoulds towards other people. Just trust that everyone is where they need to be. Everyone is adequate to their own experience, and they can do the practice and use the tools that are available in practice, and use the support system that is being created in the class to work through whatever they need to work through. We can often have a challenging condition that comes up that would compel us to do other than that. Like, I really feel sorry for this person. I really feel like I have something that if I could just tell it to them, that would help them, break free of this thing and be in a better place. Don't do it. Let everybody do their own work. Okay? All right, that's essentially what I have to say. And so an assignment will go out on Friday. Watch for that. And again, it'll show up in your inbox, in your email, and I'll also put it in the class. And then whenever you feel ready, over the weekend or whenever you want to do it, do the assignment, post, and then we'll be rolling. And then there'll be an ongoing assignment. I'll be in there every day working on the class and making my responses. And then as a way of supporting yourself in your life and your practice and learning about conscious relationship, and also as a way of supporting your carrying out the assignments, because sometimes the assignments will go through the week. You'll be paying attention to a certain something, or you'll be practicing a certain something. Stay dialed in with a class. use the class as a way to stay connected with practice and stay connected with yourself as you do practice. Okay? Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. Be well, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the class.